What's going on, guys? My name is Chris Howe and welcome back to part 2 of travel photography. If you guys missed part 1, you can click up here or the links below. And without further ado, let's get back into it. All right, the next tip, it's very important to be patient while you're traveling. You're not always gonna get the exact moment that you want and you might have to wait for it. On a recent trip when we went to Alberta, we took the gondola to the top of Banff Mountain. And as we got out of the facility, a ram came around the corner. I was like, I've never shot a photo of a ram before. I need this photo. But it decided that it just wanted to hang under the awning of this facility. And I had to wait 25 minutes until its head popped out. I really wanted a photo of a ram in nature versus it just hanging out underneath the facility. So I had to wait for it. And then here's a photo that I finally got once I was patient. 25 minutes later, that was worth the wait. The next point that we're gonna talk about is art direction. Now, if photography is a priority for you while you're traveling, you might wanna bring some props along to really boost up your photos. Now, my friend Braden, who's also from Alberta, there's a lot of stuff from Alberta right now because we just got back from there and we met some amazing photographers from there. So they wanted to add their tips.
All right, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Braden. He is just setting up his shot right now here at Bow Lake. He's got some dope props, which all plays into art direction in terms of travel photography. Let's meet Braden. Dude,
hey guys,
look at this setup, amazing.
So I love adding props. If you go to my page, you'll see that there's always gonna be an old camera, blankets, lanterns, telescopes, whatever.
Telescopes? Dude, this thing, awesome.
So this one I found on a buy and sell, and honestly, it's crazy. This stuff doesn't have to cost a lot of money. This thing only costs $50, and I think it just adds a whole other element to a photo. One of the things I love doing is telling a story with my photo. So you could show up here and take just a regular photo of Bow Lake, or you could set up a blanket like this, a nice old leather bag, vintage camera, and really puts that person or that viewer in that moment where they can imagine themselves sitting on that blanket enjoying this view.
We were chatting about this a little bit earlier, is that it adds a unique perspective and spin on popular locations. So everybody comes here and shoots these photos, whether it's the mountains, whether it's somebody standing in frame, but who's taking the extra effort to add in blankets with aesthetic or patterns or colors? Like, why did you pick this specific blanket?
Yeah, so we've already got nice turquoise water in the back. The mountain is obviously the focal point of this shot. So just adding a neutral blanket into the shot can just add a little bit extra into that shot without taking away from that background. Because, you know, I'll use a blanket that's really bright and colorful when I need to add color into shots. But for something like this, I mean, look where we are. You don't need to add much to this. So it's just that little touch that I think sets my photos apart.
Ah, I love it. This is sweet. Add some props to your next shot. We're gonna jump and start chatting a little bit about wardrobe because I think it plays a lot in terms of art direction and how to make your photos stand out a little bit more. So let's chat about wardrobe back at home.
Clothing and art direction play a big role, but it's also important to have practical clothing, things that are comfortable to go and travel in. When I'm shooting travel and adventure style photos, I usually like to blend practicality and aesthetics together in terms of my wardrobe. I usually like to wear some sort of like rain or jean jacket so that it matches the tones in the landscape. Additionally, my favorite pants right now are the Doer Adventure pants for multiple reasons. Now, not only are they aesthetically pleasing, but they're also quite practical. They have tons of pockets on them, so I can actually put like lens caps in them or even lenses or camera bodies. You need stretchy pants while you're traveling. Additionally, if you're a photographer, you need to get nice and low angles. Oh, let's say you're trying to shoot certain things, you're trying to get the shot. Doing that in jeans is like near impossible. You usually sweat in jeans. I don't sweat in these things at all. These are like great traveling adventure pants. Doer, thank you for making a great product. Now we're gonna talk about shooting on different cameras. Not everybody wants to bring a DSLR with them. Sometimes they like to bring a film camera. Let's specifically talk about film cameras and the philosophy behind film cameras. Jay, take it away.
All right, guys, I want to introduce you to one of my friends. His name is Jay. And while we were shooting, he busted out a film camera, and I love his perspective on bringing a film camera while traveling. Jay, what's up with the film camera?
It's for the memories, man. I love shooting film. I love that it's tangible. You can hold it in your hands. You can't slap a preset on it. You can't drag it into Photoshop. And you only got 36 shots to make it count. So when you finish a trip and you've got 10,000 photos to cull through, you know, that's all fine and dandy. That's fun, but the film, I can develop it once and I've only got one chance. And even sometimes the photos that are like dirty and grainy and whatever, those are sometimes the best shots.
I think the philosophy behind film is so important. The fact that you're here, you mentioned like 10,000 photos at the end of the trip. Like that's happening right now. And it's great because we have a variety, but it's also kind of stressful. Or you can have 36 frames to tell the entire story of your travels. And there's something special to that. Plus like having an actual photo, I miss that. So I think I'm gonna grab a film camera now. And you guys should grab one too.
All right, we're gonna quickly chat about camera settings. Now, specifically, it's very easy as a photographer that if you have a fast lens like an f1.4 or an f2.8 to always shoot shallow depth of field. But this can actually work against you because if you look at these photos later on during your trip, the background might be so blurry and so soft that you don't even know there's a landscape behind you. So remember to pick the appropriate f-stop for the photo that you're taking. I would encourage that you would actually shoot it like 5, 6, or 9 so that you actually get the background in focus. But just remember to pick the appropriate f-stop. I'm gonna really quickly touch on safety for a second. Naturally, as you're traveling as a photographer, you have gear with you. It could be expensive gear, and most camera bags scream, "I'm a camera bag." And when someone sees that, they go, "Hey, that guy has money. I want to take that stuff." So be careful. Try to use discreet camera bag stuff that doesn't look like a camera bag. One of my favorite bags in this case is the Atlas camera bags because they just look like normal travel backpacks. When you're holding a camera, the obvious signifier to other people is that you are a tourist, which means that you don't know much about that area, you don't know much about that country, which means you can easily be taken advantage of or robbed. So just be careful while you're traveling with your camera gear. My last note, the most important part of your travel experience when it comes to photography is the files and the things that you are capturing, those precious photos. So make sure that you back them up twice. And a little pro tip that I learned from my friend Johnny Harris is have like a little USB that is either on your keychain or additionally something that you can just slide into a pocket and store the important files there, because those are the most valuable things. You can buy a new camera again, you can get a new camera bag, but you can't get those photos back. This is a really cool one. I actually don't know which brand this is. This is my friend Lucas's, but look at that. Little Kingston USB stick just popping in those keys. So yeah, guys, those are the tips and tricks that I've learned over the last couple years as a travel photographer. Now, my last point that I want to touch on is a bit more of the philosophy behind capturing these photos. I think it's so important to note that in today's age with social media, it's easy to just want to go to the banger locations, capture those photos and make that a priority so that you can show it on Instagram and or social media. But don't forget, these are the photos that you're going to look back on, and then you want to remember these trips and the experiences that you had. When I was at my family's house recently, I looked at like the trips and the photos that my family captured with like actual physical photo albums, and I look back and they captured amazing moments and experiences and the food and the people, and I'm like, I feel like I was there on that trip, and that was like 30 or 40 years ago. You want to try to do the same thing today. Remember Facebook albums, and you could tell an entire story in 30 or 40 photos? Remember to keep that a priority while you're traveling. You want these to trigger memories for you, to bring back nostalgia 30 or 40 years down the line. Use your camera and your skill set to capture and support the memories so that you can look back and relive them again. That's my final note on travel photography. A big thank you to our sponsor, Duer, for supporting this week's episode. If you guys want to pick up a pair of Live Free adventure pants, my favorite travel pants for your next trip, you guys can use the coupon code ChrisHowe to get 10% off your next purchase. And guys, that's it. If you saw some value in this video, please press like. It actually makes a difference. Subscribe. Would love for you guys to join along, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody. I love you. Bells down there to be notified for future videos. I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit. I mean, let's have this eye staring contest. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Damn it, I already lost. I blinked within a second. Okay, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh God. Okay. Ow. Felt like I cut onions. Bye. I should go on a moose trip. That should just be like, I should go to the land of moose. Mooses? What is the plural of moose? Is it meese? It's not that. I know that for sure. I'm just having fun.